Hey, middle school ministry families. This Wednesday we began a new series, 6 Words. Before Jesus ascended into heaven, these are the directions that he gave his disciples: to go and make disciples, to share the gospel. Our God-given task as his disciples today is to take the gospel to every corner of creation, to go and make disciples of all nations. Jesus gave us this command before he ascended into heaven, and this is our one job that we have as the church today, to go and share the gospel. Yet many of us don't actively share our faith. And I think we could list a lot of reasons why, but I really think it comes down to these 2 words: apathy and awkward. We're apathetic because we just don't care. And maybe we just don't realize that there are lives that are at stake. And I think for a lot of us, the number one reason we don't actively share our faith is because we think it's awkward. How am I going to talk to these people that I know so well about my faith, about Jesus? But see, a disciple of Jesus knows, applies, and speaks the gospel at all times. So we should be having these conversations about our faith. So Jesus modeled this for us. And for this series, we're calling it the cause circle, because the ultimate cause in our lives, the greatest cause we could ever get behind, is to go and make disciples. And Jesus modeled this through something we're calling the cause circle. And it's this cycle of prayer, care, and share. See, when Jesus engaged in conversations with people, before he went and had them, he prayed, he cared for them, he met their physical, emotional, and relational needs, and praying and caring for these people laid the foundation so that he could more effectively share the gospel out loud with words. This week, we encourage students to start praying and thinking about 2 people in their lives that they can share their faith with. We ask them to write these names down in their cause circle as a reminder to never stop praying for them. Because see, as disciples of Jesus, we carry this message of hope with us that people need to hear, that there is a God who loves them, who has restored them to the relationship with him that they were designed for. And he has promised us that there will be a day when Jesus returns and he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death or sorrow or crying or pain. I love what we read in 2 Corinthians 4, verses 5 through 9. It says, "You see, we don't go around preaching about ourselves. We preach that Jesus Christ is Lord, and we ourselves are your servants for Jesus' sake. For God, who said, 'Let there be light in the darkness,' has made this light shine in our hearts so we can know the glory of God that is seen in the face of Jesus Christ. We now have this light shining in our hearts, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. This makes it clear that our great power is from God and not from ourselves. We are pressed on every side by troubles, but we are not crushed. We are perplexed, but we're not driven to despair. We are hunted down, but we're never abandoned by God. We get knocked down, but we are not destroyed." That's what we can put our hope in, that as we go out and we actively share our faith with others, that it is the power of God that lives inside of us, and he has given us everything that we need to go and to actively share our faith with others. Because there are lost people that need to know that there is a God who loves them and that has restored them to the relationship that they were designed for. And the promise that he has for us, that once we surrender our lives to him, that we surrender our lives to Jesus, we can look forward to an eternity where there is no more sadness, there is no more pain, and when he wipes away every tear from every eye. Middle school ministry families, thank you so much for letting us be a part of your lives. We consider it such a great honor and a privilege. So have a great weekend.